history quick cut flashbacks they did for both of them as they were wandering
goes
through
back
their
to the
history.
the caveman.
Days. Yeah,
That was funny.
I did like that.
That was smart.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Did you not like it, Aaron? You're making a
It wasn't realistic
humbug
enough for
over
me.
there.
I'm sorry. Am I the one to latch that onto?
No, there's Matt.
Wouldn't that be Matt's his milieu?
All right, cut the Matt.
what? Complaining?
Cut the Matt.
It wasn't realistic to me. I was really mad
I
about it.
really wish it was more.
Matt, I want you to do something right now. I want you to move your
Where
mouth.
were the through points?
I want you to move your mouth, and we'll talk
okay,
to you.
here we go.
This movie wasn't very good. There was no thread lines at the end that tied everything together, and it was an unhappy ending. Point A, point B.
That was the shallowest I could throw in.
Point A, point B. It's not The Godfather.
That's bad. Yep.
Keep us on track, man.
Anyways,
what do you guys want to talk about with this
I
movie?
kind of want to talk about the animation.
Yeah.
Okay, I figured
That's
we
the real
will
thing.
get to it.
That's
but
the
yeah.
meat.
that's what
Was it literally all 2D, or did they?
I do not believe that
they
for a
mix
second.
in some 3D.
So
too.
when I saw a brief way how they did it, they did hand draw the characters moving around, but they instead of inking, they did a different like a 3D thing effect of textures and stuff.
Yeah.
So they did frame by frame, but they did a texture that can adjust to different lighting. So
As I suspected.
yeah, but I read this article about it saying that it was taking that 2D medium and doing something different with it, kind of like what Spider-Man and the Spider-Verse did. So kind of like, okay, we're taking this medium, but we're not resting on our laurels, but we're still doing the classic medium, but not making it the same, taking it with the technology we have. And I think that's good.
Admirable,
That's
yes.
really good. You know what I mean? And it looked really good.
Look, well, the design of the characters and the town and all of that, I liked.
Yeah.
I liked how they
It was very Disney-ish,
crafted
the
it.
way they looked.
a little bit, yeah.
I
Don't think that, Tim. I don't think that's Tim.
I liked it, but at times I felt like it was overshaded. It just gets distracting in 2D for me. I don't know quite how to explain it.
I see what you're saying.
I don't think it's bad at all.
It's
Maybe
something
just
it's something
to get used to.
different.
Yeah, it's different for
It's
sure.
different. It's to me this is the evolution of a 2D movie, not 3D. And I think 3D is its own entity. I think 3D is probably more of an evolution of a stop motion, where this is an evolution of what you can do in 2D. So this is like the next step for 2D with our technology.
I think if they'd have toned it down just ever so slightly, I'd have been cool with it.
But I think they wanted to try more of a storybook look to it. That's what they wanted.
They mostly got that, yeah.
Yeah, the paper.
Very
Theater.
few shots that I have like issues with it. Sometimes it was just too much, but it looks good. No doubt about it.
It's kind of like the Paper Man, that Paper Man or paper whatever short.
I am so sick of that Paper Man short. So
Yeah.
sick of it.
Yeah.
Some would say it just is paper thin.
I did not really care about that Paper Man short.
Anyways, so I thought the animation is what clearly wanted me to see this, and I think is the strongest point.
Yeah.
Probably. I mean, I enjoyed some of the humor,
Yeah, it was.
and among the Santa Claus origin stories, it was not the worst.
No, it was kind of funny.
I
The realistic version, like all the.
Yeah, it's all
But then-
explainable.
Yeah, but then they kept it a little mystery for kids too.
Yeah.
And at the end, magic anyway.
Yes, they did work in magic at the very end.
I thought there were some really good ideas. So I think the weakest thing is the story.
Really?
I do. I think it was a good first draft. You know what I mean? Where it was really a strong story.
So it's good crap.
Well, yeah, exactly. like exactly. Where so you take a story like Beauty and the Beast. They took their first and they tighten it and tighten it and tighten it. This didn't have the tightness to it. This had an interesting idea, but they didn't have those connections that worked. You know?
I don't know that I would have gone that direction or that far in my analysis, but you're probably right.
Well,
because
I didn't feel the connection between him and Santa Claus.
maybe not all the way,
or
but
whatever the hell it is, the woodsman.
If this will help explain, maybe it's not tight enough because after like the scene where the little what is she, Dutch? The little girl.
Yeah.
After she gets that sled, and main guy whose name I can't remember, which is a really bad sign.
Just called
Jeffers.
Jason Schwartzman.
Schwartzman.
Jesper.
That's what it is.
Right. And then he's all happy that he's doing this toy thing. I felt like the movie ended right there. I didn't need anything else. You know?
Yeah, it's kind of...
Everything else felt tacked on.
So for me, I actually felt like I was enjoying pretty much the entire movie, actually. I liked all of the they basically addressed each of the traditions in a fun little practical way. Even the sleigh, it flies through the window and they think it's magic.
That was funny.
Yes, it was funny.
I really liked the story that they gave J.K. Simmons' character, the woodsman. Where
I did too, but
his wife.
They didn't explore it enough to me.
See, I thought it was fine because they showed the carved out thing with the holes for all the kids, and then
Was that like an advent calendar for his kids?
So here's what they did wrong. I don't know how they could explain it. Not wrong, but like here's how it's more powerful. Now they did do him telling the story and having the flashback, but I wish there was a way for him not even saying it and showing it, because they did show it.
Yeah.
But like Up, the first 5 minutes of Up.
I was about to make. Does every movie need to be Up?
No, but I'm saying like the way they showed that relationship, that love, you get it, but you don't get it cinematically the same way. And I know it's hard because you got to put it. I mean, I don't know. It didn't hit me the same way.
I guess I can understand if they had given you a little bit more of a emotional pause beat on that carved out thing to see how empty it was, and let you put the pieces together first, and then maybe he talks about it, or
maybe he
explains,
maybe the postman puts it together. You mean?
Well, that's what I mean. That's
yeah.
kind
So
of
maybe
what I'm
he
saying.
watches him from like what's he doing? Like he goes to this and worships it. You know what I mean? Because they don't really show that until he changes his office, if I remember. You know,
they did it kind of.
I think they needed like so like what movie I'm thinking of where they fall. Maybe he follows him sometimes and he sees what is it, you know, and that's his altar to her memory. You know what I mean? Even though the wind is kind of her too, the spirit of her too. I thought it was beautiful, but it was like it gave me I think it was a really good first draft of that story. I think it was a good story, but I was like, wow, that'd be an interesting story by itself to have Santa Claus be this person that experienced such great loss, but we can explore that and don't need the postman. You know what I mean? But I love. I'm just saying this in general.
Yeah. I mean,
have I lost you?
No. Well, I'm interested. It's weird that you
move along.
You had like one big story point. I had one big story point that I wasn't as happy with too. I really liked how all the way up to this point it was this like kind of no magic. It was just like people doing things for each other, and it was the theme of the whole thing. A true act of goodwill.
For toys.
Sparks another. Never fails, right? So everybody's doing stuff. The one thing that I think they just totally botched was the decoy bag of presents. I hated that. I really didn't. I thought that was what should have happened was let the presents fall. But that's okay because the present, like, have the message be that the presents weren't everything, and like you just set up how this town had come almost entirely together. Have them,
like the Grinch.
Have them all come together and put the presents.
Kind of like the Grinch. We don't need the presents.
Well, if you have to have it, like have the town rebuild the presents or something together.
Yeah. It's beyond that.
Right.
It's beyond the presents. That's the whole thing about the Grinch.
Exactly.
It's beyond it. Which I didn't like about the 1990s Grinch or 2000s Grinch Stole Christmas, because Whoville was kind of selfish to begin with. I wanted them to not be. Anyways, but yeah. So it's kind of like the Grinch. Like that. That's a good.
And I want maybe I was subconsciously thinking about the Grinch message to like apply here, but I felt like they were setting up a whole story to get there. Now I actually did like that they brought the magic in at the very end. I actually really did.
And
like
the reason
that.
is because kids.
Yeah, and
the reason is kids. We have to lie to them.
Reminder: this stream is not intended for children.
We already killed the kids at the very beginning.
Yeah.
What up?
Yeah.
No, I like that, and it was a little. They didn't spoon. They just made it a little subtle. Just made it for kids.
Why did the feud thing have to be in there? I was so not interested in that.
I didn't like the two big characters.
This is crazy what is about to happen. I never would have predicted you guys would respond less than
I think
positive.
I was
about
more
this.
positive about the animation
Interesting.
and everything else, and I love this movie existing. I recommend people to see it. It's such a great start. I think it's like just a little more tinkering with the story. You mean
A little less Hatfield and McCoy's.
a little more things that could have made it, and the music I don't really remember it that much.
I had a couple notes about that. I think they used
You know why
it
you
for.
don't use the you know why you don't remember the music? Because it was dumb. They kept using pop songs.
They used it for comedic
yeah.
punctuation, and that was about it. And there was one original song towards the end that I thought was good, but the rest was.
Was it
kind
a
of-
song? Was it someone singing?
It was a
Yeah.
song with music and words and
Yeah.
stuff.
So I actually think what have made this strong, and I know Aaron hates this.
Is more singing.
I
You
think
wanted a musical.
I want more of a
number.
musical. I think a musical would have made this better. I really do. I think
Just one in the whole movie.
No, just like I want a couple songs, like 3 or 4 songs. Like it
Just one, maybe 3, 5.
I think
6
musicals
more.
make this would be a good piece for a musical because the old claymation ones were musicals and people love those. You know?
Because
They're-
nothing says show don't tell like announcing how you feel in musical songs.
I'm going to disagree
I'm
with
kidding.
you. It's not that the songs tell you what you. It's not that the words.
They let you bask in it.
It's the swell of the music that makes you feel it. You know what I mean? Plus the combination of them emoting this. That's what makes it powerful. Not like I'm really sad today. It's like
So if you took the words out, it would be the same.
yes and no. I think the words make it more a connection.
The words
with you.
make it, have them explain themselves.
Why do you like a song? Why do you like just a regular song?
I never focus on the words, I can tell you that.
Well, you're the one of the few people who. I mean, I like the combination of the melody and the words.
Well, you don't
The
have
words
to,
are an instrument.
So
don't
are
get me
you?
wrong.
Are you?
Love of my life, don't hurt me.
I can't believe we're in this discussion because of a joke I made. I don't have really a
know.
problem with musicals.
Yeah, well, yes, you do, but
I said I don't prefer them.
no, but you don't think they're.
I made a
necessary.
joke and you're getting butthurt.
Oh, I'm not butthurt.
Oh.
I'm anal hurt. There's a difference. My cheeks are fine.
And you know what? If there was a couple of musical numbers in this, I wouldn't have been upset about it.
Thank God you clicked to the not for kids button this week.
Man,
It's just gonna get raunchy.
and did you hear?
and
I
raunchy.
said if there was a couple of musical numbers in this one, I don't think
hear
I
you.
would have been against
Do
it.
you like the Muppets Christmas Carol?
Of course I do.
Then something like that.
we
That's
should.
what
We
I
got to
mean.
do
I
that
feel
this
like
year.
that.
Yeah, we
gotta
do.
Muppets Christmas.
Maybe
Carol.
we should do that versus the Jim Carrey Christmas Carol.
Okay. Anything to watch Muppets Christmas Carol. But let's talk. Let's finish up this movie first.
What movie were we doing?
Muppets Christmas Carol. Claus.
Any
last words?
is there any last thoughts? I like from a story standpoint. I liked the kind of. I actually thought the story was fine. It really was the end for me. I liked the progression Jason Schwartzman went on. I liked how J.K. Simmons' character kind of came out of his solemn shell and
I liked it and didn't like it.
And then he died and became Santa Claus.
Yeah.
I think to me, I think the story was a great idea. It just needed a little bit more refining. I think the animation is
It's pretty beautiful.
amazing.
Yeah.
I think is
A
amazing.
lot of artistry in there.
I think that's powerful. I think the music was, yeah.
It's no Alan Silvestri.
I think it could have been funnier. It was funny, but it didn't make me like bust a gut or really
there was a
laugh.
couple of them where I chuckled aloud.
I thought there was some.
The kid get off my property or whatever. This is my property. Whatever he said to the little girl with the hat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's some funny stuff.
I thought the little Addams Family kids that were
Yeah, that was funny.
Like,
that was funny.
I mean, I think I'm perfectly in line
But
with Ben on this.
Emperor's New Groove is hilarious.
Excuse
That movie
me.
is funny.
Excuse me. I had a point.
Oh, okay.
I was about to agree with you. I'm glad this movie exists. I wouldn't call it remarkable in its narrative. It's fine. A couple of curveballs here and there. Mostly it's the artistry that I enjoy. and I'm glad that it exists. It's pretty cool.
I had
Okay.
the same feeling, Aaron.
I'm gonna go last. Let's rate. Let's give a number because I want to go last and see. I want to
I'm
hear what
gonna
you
be
guys
honest,
think. I'm gonna
because-
give my exact number that I have written down.
I'm going to be honest. I'll go first. I know exactly what I want. I really wanted this to be, like, I had a lot. I really want this to be good. I really want it because I want it to be good. But I'm not going to grade it on how I wanted it to be just because it's an awesome animation. The honest thing, I give it a 6. And the reason I give it a 6, and that's pretty low for me, but a 6 is not that it's bad. I want everybody to see this. I want everybody to go see this so that we can see more of these things. I give it a 6 for the exact same reasons. Like it was beautiful. It was great, but it didn't quite hit it for me.
Okay.
Didn't quite hit it out. It didn't quite hit that mark for me. Like Muppets Christmas Carol, like Nightmare Before Christmas, like those certain classics.
Die Hard.
Like Die Hard, Home Alone. It didn't
Home Alone.
It didn't have that quite. Ooh, it was almost there. It was almost there.
That je ne sais quoi was not achieved.
It was almost there.
Okay.
And I think it's mostly the story.
Okay. Aaron, what would you give it?
I give it a solid 5. I think everyone should see it. I think it's worth watching. Had some good moments, and it's fun to look at.
Wow.
Yeah.
I can't believe this. I gave it a 7.
Wow!
I can't believe I'm the
interesting.
highest.
That
I
never happens.
I never
Well,
would
you
have guessed
thought-
it for this
what-
episode.
So what did you get? What were your expectations of our opinion about it?
Yeah, what do you think we were going to get?
I thought you would give it as high or higher than I did.
No.
I can't. Like I'm
So,
very surprised.
Can I tell you my point of view? So I went and binge watched another show on Netflix called Green Eggs and Ham, and I watched all of that, and that hit the mark for me.
Okay.
And that to me not only made so it was an animation. It's for kids. That was well written. That was well thought out. It was hilarious, and it pulled my heartstrings too. And this almost did. It didn't, but it almost did. But so that's my comparison of like this. Listen, I'm 100% honest, and I'm not. And I tell people to go see Green Eggs and Ham too, because it's really good. Who would have thought they would have made a complete series
That into
out
a
of,
whole
and
series,
that
but-
worked.
Yeah.
And I didn't. Yeah. So that's where I'm coming from. I want this to do well, and I want to see more of this, and I want to see that same studio take it to the next step. I think they gotta have tighter writing, because once you commit, you commit. You know what I mean?
See, I don't know. I guess there's a couple spots that I get. The Rashida Jones character, I guess you could kind of eliminate or
Who's she?
streamline.
The
She was
school-
the teacher.
She was fine. She. I mean,
she didn't hurt the story.
No, but she didn't really like the school. That was funny. They wanted to learn. That was a funny sequence too.
It's funny because it's the opposite of real life.
And she's
So, Matt, you gave the highest rating?
I did.
That never happens.
This is a mirror. This
Things
is
happen once or twice.
Please clap.
That's the wrong button. I didn't even press the right one. Hold on. Matt gave the highest rating. Yeah!
America.
cut right to Ben. Wow, this is a rarity. I can't believe it.
It
Okay,
is,
well,
Matt, it is.
are we gonna continue
Major
the? Should we just assume we're gonna continue?
Let's just do Christmas movies from now until the end of the year.
Why not?
Sure.
I mean, Ben's got the right colors on.
You're right. Merry Christmas, you old saving and loans.
Yeah. I'll say.
Well, you're putting me in the spirit.
Yeah. We're really putting the like no Christmas before Thanksgiving.
Why not? Why not?
Sure.
I mean, there's not a lot of Thanksgiving movies.
There's one.
We already did it.
Yeah, we did.
That's
So
it.
Christmas it is.
Yeah.
All right.
There is
all
Charlie
right.
Brown's Thanksgiving.
We'll
But
have to
anyways,
figure out something for next week.
It's a great
We'll have to
pumpkin, Charlie
pick
Brown.
one. But yeah, until next week, I guess.
All right. Let's see if I remember how to do this. Oh.